The great-great-grandson of Jonathan Edwards wrote, "Most controversies would soon be ended if those engaged in them would first accurately define their terms and then adhere to their definitions." Perhaps the greatest comparison to be found between learning objects and open source products lies within the controversy both terms stir in the professional fields that entertain them, distance education in particular. One of the controversies surrounding learning objects is in defining the very term itself. To that point, Wiley stated that almost every article written about learning objects provides its own unique definition of the term. Simonson and his colleagues said that in the most general sense, learning objects are simply objects that are utilized with the intent of learning. However, Sechenal, in an article titled "Statistical Profiles of Highly Rated Learning Objects," said that learning objects are often defined as digital entities that can be used and reused in the process of learning and education, and are considered by many as the cornerstones for the widespread development and adoption of e-learning initiatives. Well, conversely, the term open source is a bit more straightforward, generally referring to something that can be modified because its design is publicly accessible. However, the term can also be used and has been used to define a culture or set of values in which, according to Red Hat Incorporated, which embraces and celebrates open exchange, collaborative participation, rapid prototyping, transparency, and community development. Further, there are those who misinterpreted the definition of open source as being learning objects, products, or projects that are unlicensed or free, according to Simonson. Well, distance education itself is open to multiple interpretations, with new definitions surfacing in response to the advancements in open source products and learning objects. The changes often appear to be so dramatic and dynamic that both distance educators and learners might be intimidated by the improvements necessary for their skill sets. Learning objects seem to benefit a distance educational setting by providing relatively fast and effective training and professional networking and growth technologies all in one location, something that's needed both now and in the near future. Thank you.